Quite a day, quite a day. It's me, PLC, and I'm back with more. I'm gonna be doing Bricklink stuff. That's all I do is I jump in here. Tonight it's only like 10 o'clock. I jump in here and I say I'm gonna do a little thing, and then I do a little thing, and I talk to you about it afterwards. But we're gonna talk about a couple things real quick before we get into the Bricklink stuff. It's me, PLC Gaming, your favorite unemployed Bricklink Lego man, whatever. Not. So a couple things of note. First of all, what shows should I download? I can play off of SD card and USB stick. So give me some show recommendations, potentially movies that are public domain or something, and then I can like put the full audio and everything else in there, I think. Yeah, give me some of those. Also, okay, so this is Bricklink related. Back at it. Actually, let's jump back to the thing real quick. The shows. Destino. It's a show. It's a novella in Espanol, made in the U.S. With the goal of teaching people to speak Spanish. I know some Spanish, but I took however many years in school and 2 years in high school, right? So like I know some. So something like that could be interesting. I heard that was free to download. There's like 50 episodes, so I could stick it on, play in the background. I've been watching Dungeons and Dragon movie again because I think it's very funny. It's very silly, very funny movie. So, anyways, back to the Bricklink stuff. Spend money to make money? Okay. So I have sets to part out, and I think once I start parting out sets, specifically the minifigures, once I get some minifigures back in the store, and I've got an amount of minifigures, mind you. The more minifigures you have, I think the more sales you get. Is there any reason? This is a question. Let me put it to the room. Should I specialize in minifigures? I only have so much space, so I could like go heavy into just minifigures eventually. Obviously, I'm going to fill it up with what I have now. Like I'm not going to just like stop listing bricks for now. But as I sell through bricks, potentially reduce the price of bricks to get them to move, just to get the space for more minifigures. But that's like such a lofty, far off goal. But the other thing is that should I try and get? There's a lot of things on Bricklink. Let's I'm trying to think of something that I know that there's like, the mug, right? So the mug piece, the regular red little cup, parts. Nope. If I type in cup, is it gonna come up? If I type in coffee cup, does that come up for parts? Oh my gosh, there's like 1,000 parts. Yeah, minifigure utensil cup, cool, sure. Now I know that there's some colors because there's price guide info for way more than the known colors. The known colors are bright green, blue, pink, violet, pink, whatever, red, flat silver. But there's some colors like green. I've already bought that before. Brown. Now brown is interesting because brown is a retired color. I don't want the price guide. I want for sale brown. Okay. So here on brown, and there's a guy so they're selling for a couple bucks each, but there's a bunch of people that have them in quantities. Highest quantity, there's a guy with 70 of them. He's selling for $2 each. The amount of them in the U.S. is minimal, right? None, actually. I'm looking through the list. I don't see anyone with any in the U.S. So like the cheapest guy has got 66 of them. In Europe, they're $1.50 each. Now, if I were to buy them and put them in the U.S., they don't tell you this on the price chart, right? But if I were to have them in the U.S., I buy a handful of them because that's the play, right? Buy 15, 20 of them. Now, I sell them for $3. I could make some money like that, just like kind of shifting, like that's offsetting my shipping cost. It shouldn't cost too much to ship that because they're teeny little things. And again, the safest colors would be retired colors. Because like brown isn't reddish brown, the new color, reddish brown. It's just brown, the old one. So something like that could be interesting. I could like the idea of like getting a bunch of the fish because the fish is a funny piece, and it's like nautical, blah 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 fish. But are there any? One bright green. A guy sold a bright green one for 1 cent used. I don't think so. There's some listed in lime, but lime is not a known color. Lime, no picture, but Oh, this one guy got a lime picture. There's not very many of them. There's a couple, but I don't think that's lime. I think that's yellowish green. I'll be honest with you. I could be wrong on that. There's a couple of silver ones, and there's a bunch of different people listing them in different silver colors. Those are probably all just misprints, mislistings. Yeah, I'll be honest. Oh, bright pink. Bright pink is not for sale, but there was one that sold recently. And I guess the thing with that would be is how much did it sell for? Bright pink. It sold for 12 cents used. There's no way, right? Anyways, but there's people with them in like super high quantities. So, oh, there's one not applicable fish, 6 cents in Italy. Interesting. So, I don't know. Anyways, like that fish I think would be a funny one just because it's silly and nautical, and I would like to have a million fish. If I go to like fish and then go by like minimum quantity 500, lowest price, what do you got for me? There's a guy that's got 3,000 of them in Taiwan. There's a guy's got them. So the thing is, there's not a lot of margin on them. They're only like 12 cents each. I don't know. Could just be funny to have a bunch of them. I could pick up a lot of them. Magenta fish, was magenta one of the colors? Yeah, magenta isn't a known color. Never mind. That's from the Little Mermaid one. It's a new one for 2023, I guess, but still. So, anyways, that's also one that I would like to have a full collection of all the fish. Anyway, so if you got a hot tip, is what I'm saying. If you got a hot tip on an item that I should either buy a handful of from a country that's not the U.S. and then sell them in the U.S. Because if you buy, especially small parts, if you buy a handful of them, the shipping distributed amongst them all is minimal, and then I can sell them just a little bit more, make back my shipping, and have a piece that's potentially like a come to my store thing. Is that a thing? And then that's, again, this goes into my philosophy of bringing the hobby to everyone. Is like, hey, these brown cups are expensive if you only want to buy one. If you want to buy, hey, I want to pay $2 for this cup, but there's no one in the U.S. that's got them for $2. I could have them for $2. I could make some sales, potentially get a couple of other things sold through that. Oh, hey, this is my shirt. It's a merch shirt on the main channel, youtube.com/plc/@plc. Ooh, geez, almost said the wrong one. So yeah, that could be interesting for you to go buy the shirt that says you had me at Minion Ice Cream Party. I don't know if it's actually for sale. That might have been a limited edition, I'll be honest with you. But you can go buy merch there. So anyways, I'm going to go through work through some more Bricklink. We've got we're up like 7 or something to finish out A, and then we'll be done with A, and we'll have all of the A drawers filled, and won't that be grand and enlightening? And I've only been talking to you for like 8 minutes now, so happy vlog. Okay, before we go back to me just rambling about stuff, this is what progress we've made. These are all of the A drawers. That one could have a little more in it. A couple of them are a little sparse, but they're doing all right. All the A drawers are full. And I've got a couple of more bags, and then I'm like done with my first shoebox of inventory. But I do have some interesting parts to discuss in my Black Widow bag. Here are large container elements. They don't sell for a ton, and they're very large. I think they're in a container. Let me pull these up. Sorry. Yeah, they're like 38 cents is what I've got them listed at. I've got 5 of them. They're down to like 6 cents. They're going for 6 cents. I don't know if those are worth listing because they don't fit into a container well. Let me show you that they don't fit in the container well. I also have these straps. I like these straps. These are fun straps. These are also probably going very, very cheap. They're container part. 10 cents. So I don't know. I think these are a fun one to like have in the store in case someone wants to pick them up. I don't know anything I would do with them, but yeah. And then I've got like these, and these are an issue because they are human tools. Human tool. I've got 5 of them. I've got them listed at 15 cents, but like they're worthless, right? There's a bunch listed. There's a bunch listed at free, less than a penny. And so I don't know why you'd ever buy those. I suppose I could list them as free and put a little message like, hey, just tell me you want one of these. Pay shipping or something. I don't know. A little tangled. Anyway, so those are some questions. I don't think those big pieces are... I don't think they're... I've seen people throw them out or donate them. The problem with donating them is like, who's going to want that if you're just donating it, like just that piece, right? So I don't think I'm going to do that. I think there's someone who wants them, right? Someone out there is going to want them eventually. So maybe I just put them in a cheap price and just get them gone. But then same thing, like these big ones, these are going to take shipping. Those are bigger than a shipping thing. So maybe I'll just hold on to them till later. I don't know. Maybe I'll figure out a use for them. Hard to say. I've also got the matching container pieces. Maybe I could do something fun. Maybe that's the thing. Maybe I should do something fun personally and use them up. All the A drawers are full, so that's 64 A drawers. Feels good to have those all full now. They're mostly full. Some of them, there's going to be some that are less full than others, and I'm not positive what's the system to consolidate drawers. I suppose when a drawer gets very empty, just one or two pieces left, I should potentially bring it here and find it a new drawer. Just fill it up, right? Fill it up. That's maybe it. Maybe I just add some more pieces. I can just add it to the piles of empty drawers, and then I'll fill it up, and that'll work. That could work. I could see that being a reasonable solution. When they get very empty, just bring them in, and then I can put them back in. I don't care where the new pieces aren't going to be anywhere special. Perhaps I have some pieces that I want to put in some special section, special numbers, but I don't have those currently, so yeah. So yeah, if you got the gist of this video is that I got something done. Thank you for being here for me getting something done. If you got a hot tip on an item that you think I should be importing into the U.S. or a problem is I don't have a ton of like money to be dropping on these sets, do I? But I was gonna say, give me a set recommendation, something good to be watching for, maybe for something to go on clearance or to buy online, to part out. It's worth more parted out. A lot of things are worth more parted out, but then it's the volume of people buying the things, right? So anyways, give me your hot Bricklink tips. Please comment. I asked something else. I'm still looking for label printers. If you got a good one that you recommend, and I'm also looking for TV shows to put on the media thing. I suppose I could just go download some not Creative Commons, right? Not, what's the thing called? Where it's not copyright anymore? Public domain. I could download some public domain movies or something and put those on there. That could be fun. Just little stuff like that. So anyways, let me know if you got anything like that. Thank you for being here for another great vlog. This was a great vlog. I feel like visually, these aren't great vlogs, but for me, they feel nice. They feel nice to get these things done. So I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. It's the 21st today, right? Yeah. So bye.